What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be reviewing a PC controller from a company called EasySMX. They're a company on Amazon that sells game controllers, headsets, that sort of thing. And so here's the controller right here. This is the packaging. So basically, as you can see, it looks very similar to an Xbox 360 controller. So I believe that's the kind of look they're going for. So let's go ahead and get into the review. So in this review, I'm basically going to be taking into account 4 different categories to create a 1 to 10 star review to let you guys know whether I think you should buy it or not. And so those 4 categories are going to be price, aesthetics, performance, and durability. So let's go ahead and get started on the price category. So in terms of price, if you go on Amazon, this controller is going to be about $18.99. And in the description below, I actually have a 15% off coupon code that you can use on Amazon for this controller. And so that's going to bring it down to just a little bit over $16. And as a comparison, if you were to buy a wired Xbox 360 controller, that's going to run you, I believe right now it's going to run you about $26.75 or $27. So that's about an $11 difference, just to give a kind of a comparison with a similar product and basically the kind of market this product's trying to compete in. So next, let's get into the aesthetics. So as you can see, as I've said before, it pretty much looks like an Xbox 360 controller. And so the controller actually, it looks really nice. It feels nice in the hand and everything. I don't really have any complaints about the look. It's got the home button, select and start, and all 4 of these buttons, triggers, bumpers, just like a 360 controller has. The only button that's different is it has this turbo button that I believe you can, map out if you're using it on your PC. And so, actually I have a 360 controller right here for reference. Looks pretty similar. This controller also has a little bit of a grip right here. That's nice. It actually helps it stay in your hand a little better when you get sweaty. And if you take a look at the cord, the cord's about 6.5 feet long. So I'm not sure what the cord length to come in at a Xbox wired controller, but you can use that as reference to this 6.5 feet. So next, let's get into the performance. So this controller works on Windows, PS3, and Android. And so if you want to use it on Android, you're gonna have to have an on-the-go cable like this one right here. I'm pretty sure you can get them off Amazon, probably $5 or less. Basically, you just plug it into your USB slot on your phone, and you plug it in here, and you can use it on your Android device. So I've tested it out on Windows, PS3, and my Android device, and pretty extensively tested them on all 3 of those platforms. They all work. The only thing I will say is if you have a backwards compatible console on the PS3, this controller will not work on your backwards compatible PS2 games. In terms of performance as you're using it, I'd say this controller it honestly works about as well as an Xbox controller does. The buttons are a little bit more clicky, so if you hear them, that versus this, it's really personal preference which one you like better, but the buttons are almost exactly the same. I will say the bumpers and the triggers, I personally like the bumpers and triggers on the original Xbox 360 controller a little bit better. They just feel a little bit nicer. These are, again, just a little bit more clicky. It really doesn't change performance-wise once you start using it. Also, so the grips, if you look at this, you can tell the way the handles are gripped are a little bit different. So I'd say when I'm gripping this, I can basically have the entire thing, my palms resting on the side grips of this, and game like this works perfectly fine. But when I'm with this controller, I'm kind of just holding it with the inside of my fingers, and my whole palms aren't resting on it because then my thumbs are in too close. So if you really want to grip like this, it's probably better if you have smaller hands. Otherwise, you're just going to end up gripping like this, which is not a problem for me. It works just as well. Also, one more note on the performance side. I'm not a huge fan of the thumbsticks. They're not quite as, the material on top is not quite as grippy as I would like. But also, I was never a huge fan of these thumbsticks either. This material isn't quite the grippiest. But after some use, I have noticed them being able to grip a little bit better now that I've worn them in a little bit. So on to the next topic, so durability. So if we're doing a direct comparison to the Xbox controller, I'd say the build quality of this one is only just I'd say slightly lower build, or slightly worse build quality than this one. They're both pretty much the same kind of plastic. The buttons, the triggers feel a little bit cheaper on here, but probably not cheap enough that they're gonna really break unless you heavily use this controller and really are just mean to your controllers. The only thing I would say the durability is, I can't say this for sure because I haven't used it long enough to tell you, but the thumbsticks they have a kind of feeling that they may wear out a little bit faster than they do on here. But honestly, these wore out pretty fast on me too. So now that we've basically gone through the 4 categories I was going to go through, let's go ahead and do a quick summary of the 2 controllers and basically just complete the review on this. And so if we're doing a direct comparison, I'd say the EasySMX controller is only slightly worse than the Xbox controller. And so if you're buying a wired Xbox controller, it's going to run you about $27, whereas this is going to, with the 15% off coupon, it's going to run you about $16. So that's an $11 difference. So I'd say this is definitely the better deal because the performance and aesthetics and durability are only slightly compromised. I think especially once you get used to this controller, I don't think you're going to have any issues. And so after taking into all these considerations, the four different categories, basically comparing it to the Xbox controller, I think I'd have to give this controller an 8 out of 10 stars. And would I recommend this controller? Yes. If you need a budget PC controller, you're not looking to break the bank, you're just doing some pretty typical PC gaming, and you need a gamepad, I would definitely recommend this controller. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this review helped you out and helps you decide if you want to buy this controller. And make sure to check out the description below where I'll have a 15% off coupon code that you can use on Amazon, and I'll also link you to the controller. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.